Hi, welcome. So again, this workshop is about Let's Get Physical. I am Jennifer Brown, the Family Consumer Science Agent and person in Granville counties here in North Carolina. And, starting right off the bat, we want to talk about the importance of physical activity. So I've got a question for everyone. You don't have to say your answers out loud, but think about how many hours per day that you are sitting. Now, it could be you're sitting for work. It could be, you're sitting in the car, whether going to work or running errands or different things like that. It could be you're watching TV. It could be you're reading. If you have an idea and you want to guess, you can put that in the chat, or you can say it out loud if you want. That's perfectly fine. And so during this workshop, and I think during most of my lunch and learns, I usually end up standing up. Mainly it's because of, I'm working from home and trying to find a quiet, secluded place that I can teach a workshop without the dogs and the kids. They're busy using the tables to teach theirs. So I'm in my bedroom and the computer's up on my dresser. But I chose today too, because I do have room to work out in here, and I have room to exercise if I'm not using a TV, if I'm not using any equipment. So I've got a couple people that said at least 8 or 7 or more. So the average working American is sedentary or sits down for 13 hours per day. Okay, so not counting sleeping, because we typically sleep 6 to 8 hours a day is roughly the average, or the recommendation anyway. You're sleeping about 88% of you're sitting about 88% of the rest of your day. And if you think about that, just if you get up at 8 in the morning, you probably don't sleep in that late, but 8 in the morning till 8 p.m. at night, that's 12 hours. So if you get up, say a little bit earlier at 6 and you stay up a little bit later till 10, only maybe 3 out of the 16 hours a day are you actually up and moving. Now, this is the average. So there are some people who move a lot more, they sit down a lot less than 13 hours a day. And there's some that apparently they never get up. I don't know if they just don't get out of bed, or if they move from the bed to the couch or to the kitchen table. I don't know if it's, I'd like to see kind of more data on this number, because this was just, research that I found online, but I'm curious to know if it is predominantly like, oh, it's retired, individuals, because you were busy going, but finally you stop and you just get to rest and you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I don't know if it's that, or if it's lazy, 20-year-olds just playing video games all the time. It might be a mixture of both. That might be why the average is. So, but to me, that's very alarming. And that's why there's something called the sitting disease, because this is one of the biggest problems of our health is we just sit too much. It's not even, oh, I don't exercise. This is separate from exercise. We're talking about just being active, just moving, not being sedentary. So right now I'm not sitting, but I'm moving my arms, but I'm not walking in place while I'm teaching this workshop. That'd be an extra way of getting some extra steps in. But just standing up is giving me health benefits. Hopefully I'm standing up with a good posture. I'm working different muscles. I'm putting pressure, on my legs and my feet and stuff like that. I can rock back and forth. It doesn't have to be very vigorous workout, but I'm not just sitting, So that's why they call sitting the new smoking. This was a term from Dr. James Levine from the Mayo Clinic. And I like this picture here that's on here. Sitting is the new smoking, and it's a chair, but it's kind of creepy because it's in the face of a skull. So it's supposed to be creepy because it's supposed to remind you to get up. That sitting is what's killing us. And underneath there, inactivity is putting your bones at risk. So as we age, we have to deal with, fear of osteoporosis. We have to deal with, we're losing muscle mass just as we age, just normally, no matter what we do, we lose muscle mass. We might not be consuming as much calcium or getting as much vitamin D, because if we're sitting all the time, you might not be getting outside to get the fresh air and to get the sunlight. The sunlight will give you vitamin D, which is important. As we age, a lot of times older adults don't cook healthy for themselves, whether it's kind of how they grew up. Oh, I grew up eating lard and Crisco and cooking good Southern fried food. That's fine maybe when you're in your 20s or 30s, because you had better metabolism and you were more active. So as we get older, we need to eat a little bit better, because our health is in that, that time of life where we're going to be most concerned about getting diabetes, about getting heart disease. So it's, to me, this is very poignant when I know how dangerous smoking is. I do not smoke. I've never smoked. My dad smoked when I was a little kid. But other than that, I really don't have anybody close to me that smokes. So I understand in my head, smoking is bad for you. And I don't understand personally why someone would do it, but that it just doesn't appeal to me. So if you're a smoker, I know it's very difficult to quit once you're doing it. But thinking about that, if you know how dangerous smoking is, it can cause lung cancer, as well as it can cause other, make you at risk for other types of cancers. Just sitting down, just being inactive is as dangerous as taking carcinogenic fumes in my body. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it, is you just sitting equals you breathing in cancer, So to me, that's very, very poignant when I kind of think about the equivalent of that there. So, so sitting hurts our heart. It hurts our entire body. Our muscles become, weakened. So maybe we aren't able to do the things that we want to do, that we need to be able to do. You need to be able to go to the grocery store and to be able to carry your groceries in the house. You need to be able to get up on a ladder or stool and maybe change a light bulb, or get something out of the attic, or whatever you need, even if it's just to get something out of the pantry. So sitting can hurt us in a variety of different ways, because our bodies were designed to move. That's why, we've got bendable, legs and arms, and, it's not like a long straight arm here. I can bend it here. We're supposed to be able to move and not sit. And extended sitting, the longer you sit, it's linked to all of the bad things, all the things that nobody ever wants, but unfortunately we continue to have an increased risk of. We continue to see more people who are diagnosed with cancer, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, which is heart disease, back pain, and just premature death. And in fact, by being sedentary, you have 2 times the greater risk of diabetes. You have 90% greater risk of cardiovascular disease, and you have almost a 50% greater risk of mortality, okay, of that premature death. And so I keep hearing a lot of people always asking, well, why does, Person County or wherever have such a high rate of cancer? And people start, well, we're near the power plants and they want to do studies on Hyco Lake and the chemicals and different things like that. Or we have an increased risk of diabetes. And it's just like, look, y'all, it's not all the things around you. It's not the stuff that's in nature, or, this is killing you. We are killing ourselves, because I often get asked about the food that people eat. We used to always eat, the lard and the Crisco and the good Southern fried food. Why is eating that same food now killing us? Why is it making us unhealthy? Because we are a lot less active. Thinking about years ago, you used to have to plant your own crops. You have to, tend to them. You had to pick them, harvest them. You had to, cook them. You had to maybe walk, a ways to the store. We walked a lot of places. We didn't have cars, or not as many people had cars, or, you just walked more, and I don't know if it's just, I grew up hearing my parents, we had to walk to school uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot. But it kind of sticks with me. I'm thinking about that. We always walked. So yeah, you might have eaten that same food, but you walked a lot more. You know, you had to harvest the garden, you had to plant the garden, you had to tend the garden. We were more active. I know in my house when I was growing up, after school, you know, you kind of did your homework and then it was like, you know, your parents like shoving you out of the house, get out. I don't want to see you until dinner time or even after dinner. I don't want to see you until bedtime. Just go. And we would play in the neighborhood. And my neighborhood was safe enough that we could do that. We didn't have to worry as much about, you know, people outside, you know, because your neighbors watched each other. It was a village kind of a thing. So there's a lot of factors, but the main thing is we are doing it to ourselves. It could be, you know, you can blame Netflix or TV or the fast food restaurants or whatever, but no one's forcing you to eat this. No one's forcing you to sit down. I love Netflix and watching movies. You know, me and my girls, I have a movies night. We love doing that stuff too. But we'll do other stuff, you know, that might be one night a week where it's going to be a movie night. The rest of the night, especially this time of year, we are out, you know, let's go play ball, you know, outside. Let's run around. We have a swing, we've got bikes, just get out. I told him, I said, I don't care what you do, just get out of my house. You know, go pick a ball, soccer ball, basketball, baseball, kickball, pick a ball. I got them all, and go play outside with each other. We'll take them to the pond across to go fishing, just to be out. And it helps them sleep too, because they come in and they fall asleep exhausted. So trying to make sure that we're not sitting, because sitting is increasing deaths. If you said, you know, that you sit 7-8 hours, sitting just 6 or more hours a day makes you 40% likelier to die than someone else who doesn't sit that much. And again, I'm not talking about exercise. I'm talking about just get up, okay? Even if you're just standing still in place. They do that. Some people have that at their work. Instead of always sitting down at a desk, they have a standing desk. They've got like a little thing that raises up their computer and they just stand there. You can walk in place, you can do squats, you can do whatever, but they're just not sitting because it's helping. So we've got kind of they had a chart or a graph to kind of gauge the average amount of physical activity. You know, a lot of people are sedentary, that 9.3 hours per day. And then you've got people who are getting low intensive exercises. Very few people are getting that medium to vigorous exercise. And we recommend, what we want is the medium. I don't expect you to get to the vigorous, but kind of the moderate intensive activity. When we tell you you need to get this much amount of activity, we're talking about that moderate level. So, you know, walking or just standing is low intensity. Now, when I say walking is low intensity, it depends, because I have people like, oh, I went to the mall and I walked for like 2 hours and I went shopping. Okay, if you are like most people, when you go to the mall, you're just kind of like wandering around and looking through the things. You're not really, you know, you're not like really walking. You're not getting that heart pumping. And that's what we're looking for, is your heart getting pumping. So if you're just standing and you're just doing kind of a basic stroll around Walmart or the grocery store or down to the mailbox, that's still low intensity, okay? The medium is maybe walking fast or even running or jogging, or is playing some kind of sports. Again, it depends on what kind of sports. I'm not talking, because used to talking with kids, I'm like, I'm not talking about video game sports, okay? I'm not talking about where you're just, you know, doing this with like a little Wii controller. Yes, you're twisting your body. I'm glad you're not sitting down, but you know, I'm talking about actually running around playing sports. And one of the ways that we want you to gauge your intensity of your exercises, we call it the talk test. So if I can do something, I can stand here and I can talk to you. I'm not winded. I'm not having a problem. But if I start kind of like jogging a little bit, I can talk to you. You know, I'm a little bit more winded. I can feel my heart starts pumping a little bit more. And this is kind of the moderate level. If I had to sing to you, I don't have enough air in my diaphragm to like start belting out a song, but I can still talk. So as long as you can still talk, that's a moderate level. But if you have absolutely no problem talking, you know, then that's low intensive. Okay, I have absolutely no problem. I could sing right now, just walking in place. That's low intensity. So we want you to kind of get up to that higher intensity level when you're doing the aerobic, the endurance exercise. So I got this slide from the National Council on Aging, because they have a Go Life program, and they want to, and they have the word go for, the number 4. The 4 represents the 4 types of physical activity. So it's not just, oh, I did my walking today, I'm done with my physical activity. That's great, but that's endurance. So we have a lot of people, all they do is the endurance activity. You know, they did Zumba, they walked, that kind of stuff. And the endurance is good. It gets your heart pumping, and that's what we want. But there's other types, 3 other types of physical activity that's important too. So we've got our strength building. So just a light set of weights. These are like 3-pound weights right here. And I mean, you can just hold these while you're walking. So I'm not really doing a whole lot with them. Here, let me turn the camera a little bit more. I'm not doing a whole lot with them, but I'm just I'm holding them. You can hold them down at your side, but they're just adding a little bit of strength building here. I'll do some exercises a little bit later, some different things to show you. So I'll change the camera then, but just a light pair of weights. I have some exercise gloves that I also do. So if I'm, and they have these for your wrists, they have them for your ankle weights, however you want to do it. So this is my exercise glove. So if I'm like punching or doing things like that, then this is 5 pounds, okay? I have an extra weight, a little bit of extra resistance that's being put on me because I've got my weight. Now I can walk in place and I don't have to hold anything. So this might be easier for you than this. You can find these at Walmart or any kind of, really exercise store. I think these actually came when I ordered a video, like a workout video program. It came with came with like a little ball as well to do some little basic crunches or stuff like that. So the third type of physical activity is the balance activity. So as we age, balance becomes very important because you don't want to fall, because you're more likely to break something, especially if you're used to being very sedentary. Again, you probably don't have as much calcium or vitamin D. If you're aging, you might have osteoporosis. So you're more likely to break a hip or, some kind of knee or something like that. And then it's going to require physical therapy, and it's going to be much harder. It's harder for us to heal as we age. So balance exercises. So you can just stand, you can get a chair next to you and hold on to it, or just kind of have your hand, hovering over it to grab if you feel like you're going to fall. But just basic things, just, I'm reaching back and I'm grabbing, my foot, and I'm just bending it up, basic balance things. Standing on one foot, I hold my hands up, but I've got it right here at the wall if I need to grab onto something, but just getting used to balance. And you don't have to be, even myself, I'm 39, and I had to think for a minute how old I was. Just even as I get a little bit older, my balance gets off. I start getting a little bit wobbly. So it's something that even, I need to work on as well. And then the last one is flexibility. So this is the I call it the warm up and cool down stretching. Okay. You can stretch before you get out of bed in the morning. You can stretch before, after a workout to make sure your muscles are good, but we need to stretch. I have several friends that start having that back pain, because maybe they're too sedentary or whatever. They're very physically active. They have very manual labor jobs, but they do things that their muscles aren't ready for. So they went to a physical therapist and, spent all that money. And basically it was, dude, you just need to stretch. You're just not stretching. So when you go to reach for something, you're more likely to pull a muscle in your back, or you're going to have pain, or you've got that sciatic nerve or something in your leg. You just need to do some basic stretches. That's what the physical therapist will tell you. And they'll give you kind of a worksheet or, different things to working out your joints. You can just sit here and kind of do neck rolls or, shoulder shrugs. It's things that I can even do at my desk when I'm at work, whether I'm watching a Zoom or doing anything. Even if you're watching TV, you love your TV or your shows or whatever else, this is something you can do. Even if you're sitting down, you can do some basic stretches. So you're at least being, physically active while you're sitting. We'd love if you could get up and do it, but at least do it while you're sitting. Oops, went too fast. Okay. So I've mentioned what's kind of recommended doing the different types, the amount. So this is where it comes into why you need to know if you're doing moderate or if you're doing vigorous, is because if you're doing moderate intensive physical activity, it's recommended by the American Heart Association to do 150 minutes per week, 5 days, 30 minutes. You can break it out, do 30 minutes here, or you can do 10 minutes 3 times a day, however you want to do it. If you were at the level of doing vigorous intensive physical activity, then you can decrease that 150 minutes, that time, by half. You can cut it in half because you've increased your intensity, but you've doubled it basically. So pick which type of exercise you're going to do, and that'll tell you how much amount of time. Now you'll notice on this slide, it doesn't have low intensive. Okay. That's great. We want you to get up. We want you to move at all. Okay. Just move more no matter what you're doing. But that's not really having the full health benefits. It's going to have the health benefits because you're not being sedentary, but it's not going to have the full health benefits that exercise and physical activity truly give you unless you're at that moderate level. Because again, we need that heart pumping to really get that cardiovascular system working to the level that we want to have, to make sure that we're not losing muscle strength or whatever. So in addition to that amount of time, it's also recommended to do 2 to 3 days of muscle strengthening activities. So I mentioned 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week. Well, there's 7 days in a week. So take the other 2 days and do some muscle strengthening activities. It doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be very strenuous. Like I said, I have 3-pound weights. I don't have 20 pounds or anything crazy like that. And you don't have to do much of it. You could do 5 minutes of it. I'll show you some basic exercise and stuff in just a little bit, but it doesn't have to be very intensive. You can just do some light weights, okay, I'm going to do 2 repetitions of, or 2 sets of 8 repetitions. So basically you're doing 16, you do 8 reps, count to 8. That's 1 set. And you can rest for like 5 seconds, and then you're going to do another 8 set there. And that's 2 reps. And then switch to, the other arm. You can do both arms at the same time, however you want to do it. Now, when you're doing this and you're doing your 2 days, we don't necessarily mean 2 days back to back. We would like you to take a break throughout your muscle strengthening, but no matter what, make sure you're working different muscles. You don't want to work your arm muscles today and then your arm muscles tomorrow. You're overworking your muscles, and then you're going to be sore, and then you're not going to do any arm exercises like all of next week. So today I'm going to do my arms. I'm still standing, but I'm going to do my arms. I could be sitting and doing my arms. If you're having some knee or back or whatever pain, and I don't feel like getting up today, I can do my arm exercises even while I'm sitting down. And then tomorrow I'm going to do my leg or my thigh muscles, and I'm going to do like squats, okay, or reaches up, that kind of thing. So I'm working my different leg muscles. So you give your different muscles a break. And again, it means start from the head all the way to the toes. So, your neck's a muscle here. I need to do neck roll. You don't want to like roll it crazy. Just kind of do light side things. Okay. Shoulder shrugs. You can do, the arm circles too. You can do arm circles, whatever, if you're limited in space. Just making sure that you're moving. If you can't get up off the couch to do them, at least you're moving. We've told people before when we've done different workshops, I've been to different trainings, and we've had people ask, well, how do you deal with someone who's in a wheelchair to be fair? You know what? Your arms aren't broke. If you're not paralyzed, you can still move your legs. You can still, do leg lifts, or toe taps or, something like that. You can still move your arms. You can still twist in your chair. So you're working your core. Okay. So even if you're sitting, we want you to exercise. So this girl in this picture, some people will buy things for them to use while they're sitting, whether hers is at work, whether it's at home. I've seen people, we actually have some of these, I think 1 or 2 at my office as door prizes for some of our stuff, that it's kind of like stair step, as you can stand up and do it. Or this one right here is a bicycle one. So she's kind of moving her legs while she's doing it. I've seen people do, they have standing desks. Like I said, they're just standing up. I've seen people who have kind of a treadmill or even an actual bicycle they're sitting on. You can just Google, exercise, like desk exercises, and it'll show you equipment that some people have. But if you don't have the money or don't even want to bother with any of that, you don't have to. Just, reaching out and stretching your legs out, or even now stretching your arms out. I'm going to send you guys some handouts of how to work different joints, and different exercises you can do at your desk or, on your couch or whatever else. I mean, just again, swiveling around from one side to the next. You can use your arms as well to do that. Stretching out your hamstrings, whether it's a lunge or, push it to the back. I've already mentioned arm circles. So there's so many different things that you can do. It's just stretching. So you're getting that flexibility exercise that you need, and you're getting exercise in any way, shape, or form. Just move more. If you can't get up because you got to work, that's perfectly fine. Do what you can while you can. Now, we do recommend you break up your day. So you can do a couple of different things. One of the things that we recommend is a lot of people who say, I don't have time to do 30 minutes of physical activity a day. Okay, well, get up every 30 minutes. You can set your timer on your watch or your phone or wherever else. And every 30 minutes, it's going to beep. And you get up and you move for 2 minutes. So if you love watching, you got a particular TV show or something like that, whether it's during a commercial or if you're watching a 30-minute show, at the credits, get up, walk around for 2 minutes. Now, don't walk to the refrigerator and get you a snack. Okay, that's not where. Don't walk to the vending machine or anything like that. But just move. It can be in place. That's fine, because if you're at office, you might not want to go back and forth up and down the hall. People might think you're crazy. When you can, take the stairs. So in my office, we've got stairs. We have elevators. Unless I'm carrying like a big old crate, then I need to take in the elevator with me, and I can't carry it up the stairs because I don't have back issues. I'm going to take the stairs. I'm not going to take the elevator. I will stand when I can. So while I'm teaching these workshops, even if I'm not walking in place, I'll stand while I can. I will walk in place when I can. I'll sit here and just do some lunges or even some squats. So a lot of times when I'm attending Zoom workshops, I don't have my camera turned on because I'm moving, I'm trying to be physically active. And I can't do it as much as I would like to now. So I'm having to do it when I can. And it might be while I'm doing something for work. Since I've been home, I do use the standing desk. I do use my little elevated thing a little bit more than I did at the office. So some other little mentions over here in this little picture here is running a lunchtime fitness workshop for the office. So you could do that, or I will get up and I'll just close my office door and I get about an hour for lunch. So either I'll do it in my office, or we have a kitchen down the hall that I can go in, I can eat my lunch, it takes me like 15 minutes or so, even if it takes me 30, and then I have 30 minutes to exercise. So I've got a TV at the office there because, we'll teach different things. So I know I'm lucky, but I'll grab one of my exercise DVDs and I'll pop it in the DVD player, and I'm walking or exercising in the back kitchen during the second half of my lunch break. Now, sometimes I don't get to do that because I got to do something on the computer or whatever. So I can do it in my office. I'll walk. Now, I probably want to close my door because, again, if people from the public come in and they see me doing squats at my desk, they might, report me to somebody. But let me see. Just taking those regular breaks from your computer, making phone calls while standing up. So we've all got our cell phones now, and, we're in the age that our phones are all wireless. Or most of them are wireless. They're not attached by that cord. We can actually walk around our entire house while we're on the phone. So I'll do that sometimes while I'm in work. I can stand up and I can talk on the phone, or at least if I'm just listening, I can do squats. I can walk in place. I can do those kinds of things. Some people even go further and they get rid of their office chair. Again, I saw people, I've seen it before, but also just when I was looking up for some images, they had those bouncy balls, those big, huge inflatable exercise balls. And they would have those when I would go to the school. I would go to, I don't know if it was North Elementary, as well as I would go to Stovall Shaw in Granville County. And the kids, instead of having chairs, they would give them the big exercise balls. So I'm talking to the kids, and that's their chair. They're sitting on the balls, like bouncing the entire time that I'm talking to them. And you can probably imagine, as I'm sure it is right now, this is very distracting, but it helps the kids get their energy out. You know, if they don't have as much time for recess, or they don't have as much time to let the kids go out and play, this would get their energy out. So maybe they could focus when they needed to listen to science, but they had no chairs, just bouncy balls. Now the teacher would have a chair, but I've seen other people have that. You can get a chair that has a back, but the bottom, the seat, is actually the big exercise ball. So you can kind of move. You can get the little, like the other picture had, the little bicycle underneath. Or if you're getting a standing thing, you can get kind of a stair stepper little thing. So there's multiple different things, but just getting rid of your chair will help. Going for a lunchtime walk, whether it's with a friend, by yourself, I don't care if it's down the hall, if it's a pretty day. My office is right across from the park in Percy County. So I can go over there. I can eat my lunch at the little gazebo there if I want, and then I can walk around the park. Take a friend with you. You're more likely to stay motivated if you can do that. And don't forget about technology. You know, we have it, use it. So I mentioned using some kind of a timer to stand up and move, to remind you to stand up and move. You know, whether it's every 30 minutes you do the get up in two. There are 2 apps that we do recommend to not only track, you know, we recommend you track your physical activity, because you're more likely to do it if you actually keep, you know, if you have to write it down, because you feel guilty if you're like, man, I haven't written anything down in like 3 days. And your app will start talking to you. Hello, have you done some exercise? Because you haven't put anything in here. So these are the 2 apps that we recommend for our kind of our weight loss or diabetes program, is MyFitnessPal or Lose It. They're also websites. So if you don't have a smartphone, or you don't want to mess with the apps, you can still go onto a website and check them out. And you can track your food as well as your physical activity. If you have problems remembering to do water, it'll ask you how much water. They're both free for the basic level. If you want to, you know, do a little bit more with it, you might have to pay, but I've been able to do everything I need to do with the apps and never had to pay for anything. You can get a Fitbit, an Apple Watch, pedometer, however basic, small you need to. I don't own a single one of those things, but I know a lot of people who use them and love them and rely on them. And I know their Fitbit or their Apple Watch, again, we'll talk to them. Hey, you haven't gotten up and moved in like an hour. You think you want to do that? And there are so many workout apps. Just find something you like. Most of them that I've seen, a lot of them are free. Again, if you just want a little bit more advanced level or something, then you might have a small fee for it. The one I use, because again, sometimes I just have short bursts of time. So they have a 7-minute workout. It's 7-minute workouts for women, but I mean, the workouts are for either male or women. This is just what the name of the app is. They might have a separate, different app for men, but none of the workouts that we do are like women exercises. So, and then the last tip for using technology is just to be focused. And it talks about using the Pomodoro technique to help you break up your work. So that is what the image on the left of the slide is the Pomodoro, I'm gonna say it right, is the word for kind of tomato. So if you've seen that red tomato timer that's in the second picture there, that's what this technique is named after, is kind of that red tomato. So basically what it is it wants you to help focus what you're doing. So you can use this technique for exercise. You can just use it for, if you're having problems focusing just on work, is pick one task. You know, you've got a whole list that we probably need to do, but pick one task, okay? Then you got that little timer. I mean, you can use any kind of timer, but like I said, this tomato-shaped kitchen timer is what the technique is named after. And no distractions allowed. So put your phones, mute, off, whatever, and just focus on whatever you're doing. And when that timer dings, you stop. Okay. That amount of time, typically it's about 25 minutes. That is called one Pomodoro. Okay. So you have your checklist. You had your list that you made. Okay. I'm going to exercise for 25 minutes, or I'm going to mow the grass. I mean, that might be whatever your thing is that you need to focus on. It could be, I'm going to clean my pantry or clean my house. That is being physically active. That's moving. Now, again, you might not be at that moderate level, but you're at least moving. Okay. Then you take that 5-minute break, get up, move around. And then when that timer goes back off, 5 minutes are over, you get back to work and focus, maybe on the next task if you've already finished the first task. And then after you've done 3 or 4 tasks, then you get a longer break. And it's really helped people because we tend to just kind of, I have this task I need to do, but well, instead, let me check my email, or instead, let me do this. So, you need to exercise, but you find other stuff. You go to get all of your exercise, equipment that we have, and you see, oh, I need to wash the sheets. Let me put them in the laundry. Or, oh, I need to do this first. You always see all of these other things that you need to do. So having this timer just kind of helps you focus, and this is what I'm going to do for these 25 minutes. I don't care if the phone rings. I don't care if the dog's doing this. This is what I'm going to focus on. And it's really helped people finish their tasks. Okay. But no matter what, we just want you to join the movement, the Moving More movement. There are a wide variety of different things that you can do. The GetAmericasStanding.org website, I'll see if I can show that in a minute, but they offer guidelines for how to sit less. They even have a sitting calculator that'll tell you, okay, how many hours do you sit watching TV? How many hours do you commute? How many hours do you sit at work? This kind of thing. And it'll calculate if you are at a low, moderate, or high level, if you health issues, or also just kind of a, okay, you're doing really good, or no, you sit too much. It'll kind of gauge that, and it'll give you solutions to that problem. What is your problem? Why do you sit too much? Why you're not physically active? But don't forget that there's still a lot, even with COVID, there's still a lot of things that you can do. This time of year, there's a lot of people hosting 5Ks. Now this year, the 5Ks are virtual. So you don't have that pressure of, it's really cold, it's really hot today, I got to get up early at 8 a.m. to be out there for registration. It is, you have this entire week to move to walk a 5K. Walk a 5K is just over 3 miles. Okay. So if you took like a whole week, I'm gonna do a 5K this week, 3 miles, that's not a whole lot. Now, most people do a 5K in 45 minutes. So if you have extra time, you have a whole week just to move more. We just want you to move more. So I know the Person County Parks and Rec is doing a virtual 5K. I saw that on their Facebook page recently. There's other groups doing it as well. In Person County this Saturday, the Animal Protection Society, that's who APS stands for, they're having a pet parade. It's a fundraiser. They were supposed to have it in April, and it's gotten delayed twice now. So they're having it this Saturday, October 10th, from like 11 to 3 in Uptown Roxborough at Main Street. So they got a couple events. They've got what they called a motorcycle. Instead of a motorcycle, it's for the mutts, it's for the dogs, to help raise money for the dogs. So they've got a motorcycle ride to raise money for the pets. And then they have a 1 mile pet walk. Now you can bring your pet, or you can just come by yourself. And you can do it as an individual, you can do it as a family, as a group, whatever. There's different registration costs, and all the money helps go the local Animal Protection Society. They're going to have some food trucks. There's going to be people selling some, like booths and stuff like that. So it's going to be a nice event, but it's going to be outside. If you're concerned about, being inside with people, it's going to be outside. You can be as close or as far away from people as you want. You can wear your mask, and just, enjoy hopefully the beautiful weather. I will say, I know in Person County, and I'm sure Granville County as well, the Parks and Rec office is having group fitness classes online. I actually attended one of their classes last night, and I'm feeling the effects of it today, but it was a good class. Again, it was a virtual class from 6 to 7, and it's $12 for 6 weeks, 2 classes each week. So that's a total of 12 classes for $12. So you can't beat an exercise class for $1 per class. They're finishing up, I think this series is going until October 21st, and I think they take 2 weeks off, and they're going to start another at least 6-week exercise class. Same price, same thing, virtual. So if you're interested in that, you can just go on Facebook and look up Person County. I think it's Recreation Arts and Park, but you can just, Google it and you'll find it. Don't forget the local walking trails, both in Person and Granville County. The Granville County Athletic Park has a lot of walking trails, very spread out, so you don't have to be near anybody. I know our senior center here in Person County is doing fitness classes, again, in the parking lot, spread out with their masks. They're also doing some at nighttime. I think they're doing yoga on Monday night, so you can check out their calendar on Facebook too. And then don't forget, I'm going to send you different videos. There are videos and programs and websites that you can go online, whether it's YouTube or Facebook. Planet Fitness has free virtual classes they do online. I don't know if it's every night, but it's like 7 p.m. and it's Facebook Live. So you just go on, you don't have to pay. There's no registration. If you have a Facebook account. Facebook is free. So if you don't have a Facebook account, it's really easy to get one. Just need an email address. And then there's a lot of videos just already saved on YouTube. So I will share some of those when I send out that email. And we'll see if I can. Okay. It took me. Y'all can't see that. Okay. I'm going to share a different screen here. Okay. So I clicked on the getamericastanding.org website. So hopefully you guys can see that now. It's switched to that. So you kind of see, it kind of gives you some of that information I've already given you about the health risk. This is that sitting calculator right here, kind of in the middle of the page. And so I'll just put in here really quickly, just kind of show you. I'm just going to put that I'm sitting only 4 hours of the day. Okay. And it'll calculate and it'll kind of give you, okay, this is how many hours you're low to medium risk. And I clicked something else accidentally. And you can see how if I adjust these slightly here, it changes from yellow to red there. So my risk level is very high because I'm sitting 12 hours and 30 minutes. Well, I already told you average is 13 hours. So that's about, indicative of what people are sitting. Okay. So I'm also going to share with you a couple of different, so these are the things that I'm going to send to you. I'm going to send you here. Let me make sure I've got some sound here. One of the videos that we use or we give out when we do incentives is Leslie Sansone. I don't know how to say her name. She does walking. Okay. Just walk yourself to healthy. So she's got all these videos. This is YouTube. You don't have to have a YouTube account. You can just get on YouTube. And I'm going to send you this link and you could do a 1 mile walk. You could just do a 30-minute workout. You can do 20-minute. You can just fast walk, slow walk. You can do the full 5K walk, a 3 walk. You just want to walk and tone. If you want to work in your upper body, she's got all kinds of videos and they say new workouts coming soon. It's free. Okay. This is just on YouTube. There is plenty of exercise videos on YouTube. I'm going to take a quick second. I'm going to play this one for you because they have a website, an initiative from the Office of Disease Prevention and Health Promotion, a Move Your Way. So hopefully you can hear this. let me go to stop sharing that. Okay. Let me go back here really quickly. Okay, hold on. Okay, so really quickly, I had someone ask if there are bike trails. Depends where you live, maybe. I'm in the southern part of Person County. So I go to a park that's on the Durham Orange County line because I kind of live where like Person, Durham, and Orange are. It's a Little River Park. It's off of Guest Road. And it's only about 10 minutes from my house. And they have both walking trails and bike trails. Now, if nobody's around, we'll just ride on the walking trails. But I know like Parks and Rec in Person County, you're not really supposed to ride your bike on the trail there. But that's why using some of the sidewalks, you know, up on Main Street there, you know, if you're not crossing the roads or, you know, they have a walking trail, but up on even just at Stansbury, they're starting to make more biking trails, either just on the side of the road there or on in the concrete. But honestly, I mean, I just find places, you know, whether it's an empty parking lot. If I just want to ride my bike around, you know, there's nobody right now at a wide variety of places. We'll go ride our bikes there. I know Mayo's got a variety of different walking tracks. I'm not sure if there are biking tracks. I'll try to find that out. You know, I know that at Granville Athletic Park, you know, there's plenty of space there that I can't imagine you can't ride your bike at least on one of them. But I'll check and see if I can find that out and include that in my email when I send it out with all of the other information and handouts. Before I show you my other handouts real quick, I'm going to show you my last slide just to tell you about upcoming programs. So next Thursday, October 15th, myself and the health department in Person County are having a interest meeting. We have a diabetes prevention program. It's for people who are pre-diabetic or at risk for diabetes, but have not yet been diagnosed. Our diabetes prevention program, I hate to say it's a year-long program, but it is a year-long program. But because when you say year-long, people just freak out and they're like, no, I can't do that. But we meet for 16 weeks in a row. Then we meet twice a month, and then we meet once a month. So we only meet about, I think it's 24 to 28 times, depending on, you know, how the holidays and different things fall in there. And you know, the program has a lot of benefits. We've had people lose a ton of weight. We've had people, you know, lower their A1C drastically. And people just enjoy the social, you know, network that everybody in this room either is pre-diabetic or at risk for diabetes, and you all have the same goal. You want to lose some weight, you want to be more physically active, and you want to learn how to manage your diabetes. So this interest meeting is just to learn about the program. You're not signing up for the program because you might not even be eligible. You have to have a certain BMI level. You have to have a certain A1C level, you know, your blood sugar. So there's different factors in order to be eligible. So we're just going to have a meeting to talk to people. We're hoping to plan this in November. We have not yet decided if the program itself is going to be entirely virtual or if we're going to start it in person. If we're going to start it virtual and then go to in person, we're going to ask people who attend the interest meeting what they want, what they can do. So that's next week. I will send you how to register for all of them. My next lunch and learn, this is what these are on Tuesdays, is going to be 2 weeks from today. And it's going to be kind of on food waste. You know, we've talked about healthy food on a budget. I've talked about, you know, eating right, but we want to go a little bit further with food. And we want to talk about, you know, saving that money by stopping the amount of food that we waste. Because I mean, it hurts, you know, it can hurt the environment. It can hurt a lot of things, as well as it just hurts your wallet. So that's going to be 2 weeks from now. And then in November, on Monday, starting the second Monday in November for 6 weeks, myself, along with, there's about 9 other family consumer science agents across this region. The 10 of us are going to get together and we're going to teach a 6-week program about the Mediterranean diet. That's a diet that's very good for your heart health. It's recommended by local cardiologists, and we're going to do it virtually. We're going to have, food demo videos to watch, and it's got a lot of good information, and you're going to have the expertise of 10 different agents over the couple of weeks. So hopefully that might interest you as well. If you're interested in any of these programs, again, I'll send you the links, but you can always check us out online on Facebook or Instagram at Person Granville FCS. You can register there, and it'll give you a lot more information and recipes. So yes, there are diabetes prevention programs in Vance County, in Granville County. So if you aren't in Roxborough, but you're interested in that, I think the one in Granville, Vance, I don't know if it starts today or whatever. We have a variety of them. So if you're interested in your county, if you're not from Person or Granville, just let me know about that. So okay, I'm going to switch really quickly over to my handouts that I have, and then I'll do just briefly a couple of exercise things. So this handout here that I'll send you is some desk exercises. So again, just moving some small joints, whether it's your hands, we start to get arthritis. So just kind of doing that cat claw thing, stretching, our wrists, doing the prayer hands. You can go up and down, so you can feel it in your arms as well as your hands, going down to our legs, whether it's just, toe raises, going up and down on your toes, basically. You can, do it actually with your wrist. You can roll your feet, curl your toes in, curl your toes out. You can do ankle circles. We've done this with kids before when we're working on their alphabet, or if we're talking about foods and we're like, okay, give me a fruit. And they say apple. Okay, everybody's sitting down. We're going to do apple like an A with our foot. So we lift our feet up and we kind of right in the air doing A, and then we'll do B. And so you can do that. Just go through your whole alphabet there. I'm also going to send you, as I mentioned, tracking is very important, but making goals, making those short-term weekly goals. So what are you going to do? Today is Tuesday. What are you going to do from now until next Tuesday? You could write it down of what you're planning, what your goals are, and then keeping track of it. Because I tell you, if you get to the end of this week and you're like, man, I haven't done anything on this paper, you feel guilty. You feel a little shame. It's that, especially if like you're in one of our classes and we make people turn in their physical activity logs in the diabetes prevention program. We want to know how many minutes they're getting. But you can keep track of it. Like, why do you keep consistently failing on Monday? Do this for 3 weeks and like, what, Monday, I never do anything. Why is that? So maybe you can solve why you're having some of those problems, okay? So I'm gonna send you some of those exercises and some of those videos, but real quick, I'm gonna show you a couple of things. Hopefully I'm gonna move you over here so you can kind of see. So just a quick couple of exercises or different things just to remind you is you can also modify any of your exercises. So, whether you've got weights or not, that's your choice. You can still lift your arms. You can still lift your arms up, or you can lift it with a weight. Either way, you're working this side right here. You're working, those love handles. You can just go down. If it hurts to go up, just kind of slowly take this, weight and push it down your side. You can feel it right here, okay? You'll feel it in these muscles here, and it helps smooth up that muffin top or those little love handles that we don't like having. Doing some basic stretches here, lifting up that weight. You don't have to do it with a weight. Again, modify whatever exercises. Some of our walking DVDs, we're just kind of walking in place, or we'll just do some side steps, okay? So all I'm doing is stepping, here, let me push it down this way. All I'm doing is stepping out, in, out, okay? Now I can use my arms if I want to increase the level of intensity. I can just do side steps. So anytime I step my right foot out, I'm stepping, I can do one arm, I can do two arms. So it's up to you to determine your level. And if you get, man, I'm so tired, then just go back to doing this. Just go back to side steps. And you can even do baby side steps, okay? Whatever. The point of it is you're not sitting, okay? I'm not sitting down. I'm up and I'm moving. You can, walk in place, and then I'm going to jog back. Walk in place, jog back. We call that kind of that circuit training. So you're kicking your training up. Okay, so you got that intensity level up, but then you cool back down. Okay, it tricks your muscles because you're running, then you stop. Okay, now you don't want to physically just completely stop. That's why you'll see people at a gym, they're exercising and they're like, I'm going to run on this treadmill for a minute as fast as I can run. Okay, and they are just booking it for an entire minute. Okay, and it hits that minute and they start walking back, normal walk. 3 miles an hour is about average. Okay, and they do that for maybe 2 minutes. And then 2 minutes in and they're back to running for an entire minute. Okay, we call it that high intensity interval training. You might have heard people taking HIIT classes. It's HIIT. So high intensity interval training, because they're doing, light training and then they kick it up a notch and then they go back to regular things. So if you are somewhere, whether it's at work and you don't have any equipment, perfectly fine. You can come over here. I got a wall behind me and I'm just doing a wall sit. Okay, so I'm sitting down in a seat basically, but the seat's not here. So it's all on my thigh muscles. Okay, all working right here, and even my calves and hamstrings and stuff, but it's all my leg muscles. So I can give the rest of my body, my upper body, a break if I need to. Now it's burning down here. So you may not be able to do that for too long. You can do what we call standing crunches. So I hate getting down on the floor because my dogs will feel that, oh, mommy wants us to play with her and come over and jump on her and lick on her. So I'll stand up and do crunches. So I put my arms up here and I'm crunching down. So you can see right here, crunching it down. That's all I'm doing, is I'm keeping my core tight when I come up, down, okay? And when I come up, I'm trying to make sure that it's like I've got a rubber band in my back and I'm keeping it tight, keeping that straight up. I can also do basic stretches, whether I want to go down or what. Again, making sure you've got something nearby to hold on to. So I can do my back leg stretches. I can do my lunges, curl it back and then work on my hamstrings there. One of the things that I do when I travel is I take a resistance band with me, because you can see this folds up really small and it weighs virtually nothing. This is gonna weigh a little bit too much in my my luggage there, and I'm not gonna want to carry that around. So getting a resistance band, you can use the ones like this. You could get ones that actually have a handle if you feel more comfortable. That's perfectly fine. There's a lot of videos online that you can do. You can just Google resistance bands and they'll show you exercises you can do. You can do this with a towel. You don't have to go and buy something new. Just make sure if you've got it wrapped in your hands, grab it and wrap it around again. So it's wrapped around your hands twice there. So you've got a good grip on it. And you can just do, again, you can do one arm or you can both pull at the same time. So I can feel it in my biceps in this arm, and I can feel it in my triceps here. So I'm working the front of one arm and the back of another arm right there, okay? You can do that with a towel. You can get a towel out of your bedroom and do basic stretches. You can, again, stretch it here. If you want to make it more difficult, put the resistance band in half, okay? Instead of me stretching all the way out to here, I'm going to have to pull that much harder to get it out to there, okay? And you're going to feel it. So it doesn't take much. That's where that strength building comes into, is you only have to do like 2 reps of 8. And then you're like, you know what? I worked my arms, I'm good. And then do 2 reps of standing, crunches, okay? And you can do raising your legs. Again, if your fear of falling, hold on. And just like, I'm only going to do this side right now because I'm holding on to my chair, holding on to my dresser, okay? Now you can just do knee raises Again, this is a perfectly way to do a simple exercise, is do knee raises. But if you add that extra arm and twist, you're working your core. So basically it's just figure out where you are, what level of physical activity and you're at, and go from there. So you might not be where you can, I can't, no, that's too many steps. Don't worry about your arms, then do your legs. Then when you can add your arms in, if you're walking, do that. Anytime you can cross over your body, that's working it even more. So me stepping out like this is great, okay? But if I can step my leg across even while twisting, then I'm working even more muscles. So anytime you can go across your body like this, and then you can increase it 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then double time, 2, 3, 4. So you do ones, and then you twos, doubles. So just switching it up. I don't like to do the same thing every day. So the variety is what helps keep me motivated and keep me more likely to be physical, is because, I hate doing the same thing every day. Like I get like, oh, I want to go walking again today. I just did that yesterday. That's when I'll get one of my exercise videos. That's when I'll get my resistance band. If I have those lazy days that I don't feel like getting up off the couch, okay, I'm going to sit on my couch and I'm going to do leg raises while I'm on my couch. I see people all the time, I don't care if you do it on your bed, because I understand it's difficult, especially as we age, to get up off the floor. I don't want you to have any problems. You have to call and ask somebody to come help you because you can't get up off the floor because you were trying to exercise. So lay on the bed. You can lay on the bed and do those exercises, no problem. You can do wall planks. Okay, so my body's like this right now. Okay, and I'm just planking. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding myself up, but my entire body is like very tight and rigid right there. Butt cheeks squeezed in, legs up. I can stand up on my toes, go down if I want. My arms are kind of tight right here. And at an extra level, I can do wall push-ups. Okay, you can do, one wall push-up. If you can do that, whatever you can do, it doesn't matter. Just don't wall place, face plant into the wall there. But the more you move, the more likely you're going to be able to do the next step and the next step. So right now, if you aren't being physically active, just get up off of that couch. It'll do your health a world of good. You don't want to die. What did you die from? This sitting disease. That's not really what I want to go out from, is the sitting disease. So getting off that couch is the first step to winning the battle. Being more physically active, even if it's low intensity, start right here. Nothing wrong with this. You can stand up for 30 minutes and watch your favorite TV show. I don't care. Okay. When I'm in the kitchen, if dinner's cooking and I don't really have anything else to do because it's doing its thing, just start whatever, salsa in your kitchen. I don't care. We will get up with my kids. We'll have our dance parties. That's just as much fun as it is physically active. I've made obstacle courses for them, not only just to keep them busy, but our entire family will get in on this. So even if you have grandkids, that might be something, you could do with them. They'll love helping you create an obstacle course and you doing it with them, and who can beat the fastest or that kind of stuff. Those family fun walks, the pet parade this weekend, perfect ways to get out of your house, be active as a family. After dinner, getting up and, hey, we got to work off that meal. Let's get up and go for a little walk down the road. Let the food settle. Again, it doesn't have to be strenuous. You don't have to be pumping or running, because after you eat a big meal, I can move about this slow. Okay, so I'm not going to move that fast because everything's digesting. But the fact that I'm not sitting down is half the battle. Okay, so like I said, hopefully you've learned something. You've picked up some different ideas of how to be physically active, because that's what I want. I just want, let's just get physical no matter what physical level you're at, just keep moving more. I'm going to send you the presentation, the handout, the videos. Enjoy, share with anyone else that you think might need the information. Or again, you could set up a Zoom with somebody and do what I'm doing. Hey girl, I'm gonna hit play on this video, and then you and her could be walking and talking and having your exercise class with you and one of your friends that maybe you can't get in, person together with. Okay, so just some ideas. Get your spouses, get your kids, get your whole family involved. But hopefully you've, again, like I said, learned something. If not, I've got some more lunch and learns and workshops coming up. I'll send you that information about when they are and how to register for any of those programs. And don't forget to always check us out on our Facebook page to find out, it went the other way, to find out recipes and other upcoming programs we've got at the Extension Office. Okay. I don't see any questions in the chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the meeting, and I will see you all maybe at our next workshop. Okay.